Well, this is the exterior of the van. There's nothing really to go over because I left the exterior completely alone because I stealth camp in this thing almost every night, and being a normal vehicle is really important to me. The only thing I added on the outside is I have a 100-watt solar panel on the roof. Let's start with the front of the van. This chair is the passenger seat is on a swivel seat. Unfortunately, I can't actually spin it right now because on this trip I actually have my electric unicycle stored in here because it's kind of the only spot I have for it at the moment. The van's rather full. So that's there, swivel seat, and then I have the backup camera. This is the Autovox something or other. I'll link in the description, but it's all wireless except that, so it's super easy. You don't have to run any wires to the back. Super fan. I just got it zip tied to my mirror because the mirror is kind of useless in this thing. The driver's seat is pretty well normal. It's not on a swivel base. I put rain guards on here so I can always have the front windows open and cracked when I'm sleeping, which I really like. And this is actually the main door I actually access the van from. So I'll come in here and take my shoes off and shove my jacket over here or whatever. And the van actually stays a lot cleaner with taking all your dirty stuff off here. And it also kind of looks a lot more normal. Like if you get in your van in some parking lot, like in the back door or something, it kind of looks weird and people might look at you. So I just come in here and no one really bats an eye, and then I have access to the whole van from here, which is really nice. For a privacy curtain, all I've got is just this bungee cord. It's hooked in to the seat belt latches. They're kind of hooked around that, and then I've got a eye hook or a cup hook here, here, and here, and that just runs across. So it's super easy. If I want privacy, all I do is fling these across and just like that. If this wasn't all messed up, it's just like that. So directly behind the driver's seat, I have the TV tray, which is really nice to have, just a portable tray with a flat surface. And then, so this never got finished, this foam thing. It's not the right foam, it's not dense enough, but it works for now. In here, we have kind of two areas. We have the fridge and then storage. So this van is not built to be super pretty. It's built to be practical and do the job, and which I think it definitely does. So you kind of open the fridge like that, kind of works perfect. It props this open and you can get it out, put it at the fridge, or if you need to get into the storage over here, you can easily access the storage, which is really nice. In here, this is where the gas tank fill up, so it's like a really awkward thing. So I just kind of got like my shopping bags on there, an extra fire extinguisher. This is my shower. Baby wipes. This is, I've got a bunch of earplugs, so on rainy nights I can actually sleep. My electric kettle, which I use every day. A little broom, which is really convenient. Extra water bottle. Propane. This is a collapsible sink, and that's how I wash my hair. I just use this collapsible sink. And over here in this order, it is moisturizer, sunscreen, more fire protection of all things, and bug spray. Welcome to my everything else area. So what's in here? Left to right. So this is, I have cutlery, lighter. This is the everything drawer. Measuring cups, Tylenol, napkins, you name it. It's in here. That's what this is. This drawer is, or this cupboard is food. So there's two areas to it. This is like, if I just want to snack and I don't want to do anything, I just want to eat, that's this. And then the bottom one, this is everything that I have to prepare. So honestly, right now it's a lot of pasta and oatmeal, but you get the gist of that. And everything's on these little catches so they don't swing open when I'm driving. This is like a super big drawer, and it's got all of my pots and pans and stuff. So I just have one big, like, mega skillet, I guess you could call it, a pot, 4 plates, 3 cups, and 4 bowls. And all of my bowls, I'd highly recommend this for van life. These are all wheat straw bowls, so they're not plastic, but at the same time they're flexy, so you can throw them around, they're not gonna break, they don't rattle, and they're microwavable, freezable, everything. These are fantastic, and they're cheap, and you can get them on Amazon. Wheat straw bowls, and my plates are the same thing. Highly would recommend. I kind of had a perfect spot for a microwave. I thought, wow, that's kind of dumb. Why would I don't think I want a microwave in my van, but you know what? Let's put it in the van. I'm so happy I put a microwave in here. It's so convenient to be able to cook and then cook something in here, or do popcorn or heat up leftovers, because I like making big meals, so I have lots of leftovers. And then in here, this is my stove. So I can just pull this out, and I've got my camping stove, and I just put this up here. And then in here, this is my battery. So this is my Goal Zero Yeti 3000X lithium. So 3000 watt hours or 280 amp hours of lithium. It's super simple and super easy. I love it. And this is kind of how you access all of the things. The 12 volts kind of in the back, USB is in the middle, and the 120 is at the front. So I can easily just hit the switch here, and I have a bunch of things plugged into a power bar, and this power bar has individual switches, so I can individually turn on lights or TV or the stereo or whatever I want, which is really convenient. What I'm using for lights is just 120. These are just normal lights you can buy on Amazon. It's these guys, so they're just like LED kind of strips, and they're cheap, but they do the job. I've got this one inside the wall, and this area is kind of whatever. It's kind of goes all over the place. So I've got my TV remote, this is like a USB battery, mirror, cinnamon, and this is a multi-tool, a little spring thing, and yeah, that's what that is. It's just super convenient. It's kind of just like all sorts of stuff goes in there. You never know what might be in there on any given day. What is on the side door is fire extinguisher, heater, and garbage can, in that order. This isn't normally all this close. It is right now because I haven't used the heater because it's warm out. Oh, and then paper towel too. For flooring, there's just a piece of plywood on the floor, and then this is just those gym or like kid mats you can get. They're just big puzzle pieces, and you can cut them. They're just foam. They're super easy to cut to the right shape you need. They're really cheap. You can buy probably all the flooring you need in here for like $20. And the biggest thing is it's quite insulating actually, and it's very soft. So being a low roof fan, I walk around on my knees a lot in here, and with this nice soft floor, it doesn't hurt my knees, and that's huge to have in a low roof fan. My sink is hooked up to 2 5-gallon jugs, which are, you can fill them up anywhere, which is the main reason why I got these. Then they're easy to get out. Yeah, they're just, you can fill them up anywhere, and they're not too heavy. It's just the way to go, in my opinion, and it's quite a bit of water. Yeah, and then I've just got a straw going in, more or less. This is just the hose I picked up at Canadian Tire, into this USB rechargeable pump, which I got on Amazon for like $15, and it just works. It's really easy. You don't have to charge it very often, and if you do, it's just USB. That goes into a bar sink I got on Facebook Marketplace for like $2. Not even a joke, and I cut off the back to make it even smaller to make it fit, and that is just hooked up to a hose that goes outside. Your next thought is, you're probably like, wow, that looks like a really inconvenient spot for a sink. You're not entirely wrong. It kind of is, but it's kind of in a really neat spot at the same time. You can still access it from the kitchen, living room, whatever you want to call this. It's not that far away. You can do your dishes from here, or you can come around here and sit on the bed and use it from here. So this is where I brush my teeth, or yeah, you know, sometimes I'll sit here and do dishes and use this flat surface here. One other thing I should mention that was designed on purpose is so my kitchen is here and I'll be cooking, and this is my, like, I don't know, extractor fan or whatever. So that kind of works out perfect that I can be boiling water or whatever, and all the steam, I can just have this on and it just goes out the roof, and it's super easy. Moving backwards from the sink, we have the wheel well in here. So this is just empty space. The idea was for my girlfriend and I, so we can go traveling, and I have a shelf and she had a shelf, but she's not traveling with me right now, so it's just me. So I took over both shelves. This is like socks and underwear, shirts, pants, shorts. And then up here, it's kind of really chaotic. This is kind of like my toiletries, like toothpaste and all that stuff. Sweaters. Got some books to read. Books. And here is all of my electronics. Just like cords and miscellaneous stuff like that. It's a mess, but it's in here. Behind that is my drone. The iPad stays here, and then this is just like bathing suit and a random HDMI cord at the moment. Chaotic, but very useful. Very useful, and nothing falls out of it, which is great. Moving backwards from that, I've got a clothes hanger here, which is part of an old broom I cut up. And this is just like my hanging storage. So this is mostly bike clothes. And then right now I've just got a winter jacket and a rain jacket here. And this, what else? This is my, obviously, thermometer and humidity, which is really important to have. These are all really important to have. Smoke detector, and then a carbon monoxide detector as well. And this TV is a smart TV, which was given to me, and it takes, when it's running, it's like 10 watts, 15 watts. It barely uses any power. It's a smart TV, so I can just go pull up wherever, find Wi-Fi, and I have things, or I can even stream it off my phone because it uses so little data, this is really nice to have on cold, rainy days. 1010s would recommend. So one other thing I want to talk about is the window covers I made. So these are made from Reflectix, because a bunch of my friends were making bands, and I got this for free too. So all I did is I got Christmas wrapping paper because it's large enough to cover my windows and it's very pliable. I taped it to the window, got my template, and traced it onto here, cut this out, and then this is just like black fabric, which I got the 3M spray glue, sprayed that on, and the corner's peeling a little bit, but this is like my pull cord. So this is in the corner, so I can actually get it out. These are awesome because these windows are actually tinted, and it just looks like a tinted window. It doesn't look like anything at all. I have these for all 4 rear windows, and they're fantastic. What's underneath the bed? That is the question. I will cut to the footage of me showing you what's underneath the bed now. I really didn't like the audio from these clips, so I'm doing a voiceover. But this is what it's like when it's underneath the bed. It's 3 feet wide by 6 feet deep, so you can fit my whole extra large 29er in there, and that's a pretty big bike, so I'm pretty happy with that. On the side, this is my laundry basket, which I just did laundry the morning, so there's nothing in there. Bug zapper, which is important. Bike pump, which usually lives underneath with my bike, which I will put in now. Hey, look, my bike's in there. Front wheel, backpack, helmet, pump, and then I was going to build shelves here, but I never got around to it, so. And we're back up top. So, being back up top, what's under this side of the bed? So, if I pull up this foam mattress, this is a 3-inch foam mattress from Canadian Tire. You wouldn't think it's comfy, but it's great, and it's actually been my bed in the house or in the van for like 3 years, and it's pretty good. The bed is primarily made of just this more or less massive wooden pallet I made, and it sits on, there's a little half wall over there, and it sits on a little edge over here, and it's locked in with pins, so I can remove this. So this whole middle area actually becomes storage, so I can actually use the van as, I can actually haul things with the van still, which is really nice. And underneath this massive thing is a buttload of storage. This side, I have drill, hole saws, camping chairs, chargers, jumper leads, all sorts of things is in this side. And then I guess the back is really the same too. I've got my big tool set, jigsaw, extra solar panel, charging cord, all sorts of things. This is just a huge storage space. The story is with this van, I've owned it for 3 years. It's already, when I got it, it was actually a full-on cargo van. Like this had, it was from a school district, and it was loaded with all sorts of big like industrial shelving, and there's a big headache rack here. And when I got it, I yanked all that stuff out. These walls were already here, and they're actually already insulated, which is fantastic. I installed the roof fan myself, but I installed the roof fan after I actually did the first build out in it. And with that first build out, I actually lived in here with that first build out for 6 months on Vancouver Island with my girlfriend, and it was fantastic. But I don't think I have any pictures, but if I do, I'll put them up. And I really enjoyed that time, and it was really fun, but I really over time didn't like that build out, and I really enjoyed building the van out. So when I got home, I yanked it all out, built it back out, and this is the first time I've actually been living in it I'll be living in it for about a month. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I can think of. That's it for the van tour, but that's not the end of the video. The weekend's not over, so who knows what else is going to happen, but I already went for a bike ride, so I'll play that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the van tour. Today, we're in Nanaimo, BC, at the top of the Dumont Trail System, and we're going to go ride Fine China, lap 1. Now at the top of lap 2, we're going to drop into Armageddon. I don't even know what's going to be next, but we're going to go. Now, if I remember right, things are about to go down quickly. Well, I back up to the top, so it's like lap 2.5. And we're dropping in our trail. It sounds super friendly. Cripple Creek. Back at the top of Armageddon again. Time for lap 3. That's Dumont, ladies and gentlemen. So good. Well, that's the end of the video. Just got out for a little ride, and it was awesome, and that wraps up the weekend. So was a lot longer of an episode than I normally do, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was obviously a lot of work to film and edit and everything, so of course, please subscribe and like if you liked it, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.